All right, fintech fans, buckle up. Today we're diving deep into something pretty huge.
Yeah.
iPhone NFC. It's been a hot topic since the EU ruling, open things up
Oh, yeah.
for third-party developers.
Huge.
And things are moving fast, so
yeah.
we wanted to bring you an expert
Wow.
to break it all down. Remember, when Apple Pay was the only game in town on iPhones,
Yeah.
well, not anymore.
It's changed.
We've got
Sure.
an expert here today
Oh,
from Verestro. They're one of the first companies out there
right.
actually helping fintechs, just like you,
Yeah.
launch NFC features on iOS.
It's brand new territory.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us, what does Verestro's solution actually do?
We really wanted to provide a solution that allowed fintechs to really quickly and easily integrate NFC payments directly into their iOS apps. As you said, this is brand new territory. We're one of the first to kind of crack this open. And
Yeah, and that's what we want to dig into today, because that speed to market
exactly
was a huge advantage for our listeners.
for sure.
I mean, think about it. You could be offering this to your users
Yeah,
before most people even know it's possible.
that's right.
So let's walk through the mechanics a little bit.
Sure.
For those who aren't, already deep in the weeds on NFC, how does this actually work?
Yeah, so from a user experience, your users would open your app,
Okay.
tap their phone to the terminal, just like they're used to with Apple Pay, and the payment goes through.
So the basic flow
Yeah,
is pretty familiar,
it is.
which is great.
Yeah.
But what about, setting a default payment option on the iPhone?
So that's where things get really exciting.
Okay.
Users can choose your app as their default for contactless payments.
So they don't even have to open the app.
And that unlocks some really cool features as well, like field detect and double click.
Okay, so break those down for me. What is field detect?
So field detect, the phone will automatically sense when it's near an NFC terminal, and it'll kind of wake up, prepare for a payment.
I see.
So the user can just walk up to the register. Phone gives a little buzz.
So it's kind of like
They're ready to go.
knows what to do.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And double click?
Double click is all about speed
Yeah.
and convenience. Users double click the side button or the home button on older models, and they can immediately make a payment
Okay.
without even opening your app.
So it sounds like
Really
there's
do.
multiple ways to
Yeah.
initiate a payment.
Exactly.
So even if my app isn't the default,
Right.
but it's open,
Yeah.
it can still handle it.
Exactly. If your app is in the foreground, it can take priority and process that payment.
That makes sense. Now, the elephant in the room, Apple Pay.
Sure.
How does this new functionality stack up?
It's a good question. The core functionality is very similar, but there are a couple of key differences to keep in mind.
Okay.
So Apple Pay has a power reserve mode, which allows for limited payments even after the phone's battery dies, which is a pretty cool feature, and it's something that we're looking at for potential future development. Apple Pay also has express transit mode in some cities, which allows for quick public transport payments without unlocking the phone. Again, this is something on our roadmap, but not available just yet.
Got it. So some advantages for Apple Pay in those kind of edge cases.
Exactly.
But honestly, for everyday use,
Yeah.
it sounds like the experience you're enabling is pretty much on par.
Yeah, we think so.
That's huge.
And, this is just the beginning. We're committed to continuously improving and adding features as this technology evolves. Plus, our solution works seamlessly across all Android phones, too.
Which is important. All right, so for our listeners
Yeah.
who are ready to jump on this,
Yeah.
how does Verestro help them get this up and running?
So we handle the heavy lifting for you.
Okay.
We can help with things like setting up tokenization projects, integrating with systems like MDES and VTS, which are the systems that handle secure payment data.
Okay.
We can also integrate with existing issuer wallets or SDKs. So whatever your setup is, we make that integration process as straightforward as possible.
So you're like a one-stop shop
Just
for everything a fintech needs to launch NFC payments on iPhones.
that's our goal.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive. I think our listeners are really going to appreciate
Thank you.
getting this inside scoop on what's possible with NFC on iPhones now. It feels like we're just scratching the surface
Oh, yeah.
of what this technology can do. So what would you say is the biggest thing for our listeners to be thinking about as they process all of this?
I think the biggest takeaway here is the potential for innovation. Think about the unique experiences you can build on top of this technology. How can you leverage NFC to create seamless and engaging interactions for your users? The possibilities really are limitless.
That's a fantastic point.
Yeah.
This isn't just about catching up to Applecade.
Right.
This is about pushing the boundaries of what's possible in fintech. And if you want to be a part of this revolution, reach out to Verestro.
Absolutely.
They've got the expertise and the technology to make it happen. So go out there and build something amazing.
Thank you for having me.